Hello again, and welcome to the Corner Studio here in my garage. Today's Repousse project is this solid copper panel. Now this is a 12-inch by 14-inch sheet of 24 gauge copper. As you can see, I've got a design pre-drawn on the back. It is after the famous reverse side of the buffalo nickel. So just need to get my overhead camera set up. We'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our workpiece laid out here, and the photo that I took is a reference for it. We're not trying to duplicate the design exactly, just used it for inspiration. Here we've accomplished the liner work, which can be fairly tedious, and I've kind of gotten with the Repousse videos that I do of showing less and less of the liner work because it just takes so long, and it's a process where you just go through and you hit the workpiece, you get your outline accomplished, and it takes a while. Now this one I did something a little bit different. I was using these frets tools, which I don't usually use, and I did all of the liner work with these and another smaller set of a different brand that I have. And I found that the wear and tear on my hands, it was really I had to take a break during the middle of this, go do something else for a couple hours, give my hands time to kind of unclench. But here we were using, you know, a metal tool with a metal hammer, striking metal on metal. My typical workflow is these repurposed chisels. This is a wood chisel, carving chisel, and I have cut the top off of the handle to create a striking surface, and I've blunted the chisel end of it, and I typically use these for liner work, and I think I'm more aligned with this. Now the metal tools, they work, but I kind of had to remind myself that that wasn't my typical workflow. So I think we're about ready to get this piece started with the Repousse portion. We'll have a look at the reverse side of it, and these things are really reflective. Sometimes it's hard to get a good camera shot of them, but anyhow, we'll need to get out the Repousse tools, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've set up the piece here with my wood block that I typically use for one this size. It's got a depression here, some depth carved out of the center. That's what we'll use to strike the piece downward to push this part out, the Repousse portion. And I'm going to be working from the back side of the piece to the front, meaning I'll be pushing from this direction, hitting it with the mallet from this direction, and we'll try to drive the design upward to get our Repousse part out. Now this is the tools I'll be using. I have these wood billets that I made here in the shop. Now these billets, I've picked ones that I think are about the right size for working with this piece today, and we'll be striking those with the wood mallet. So I think we're ready to get started here. remember, we're trying to move this design upward and get that three-dimensional look to it. So we've made a good start here. We're going to flip this over and try to straighten the panel out a little bit. And I've often remarked in videos how surprisingly it is how fast some of these, just after you've done the outline work and the first couple of passes with the wood billets, how fast they start to give that rise up, the repousse part. And this one is no different. It really has just taken off. So I'm switching from this big widest billet down to one that's a little smaller. We'll flip it over and have another look. It's going just as expected. We're going to once again want to straighten the panel out. And with this one still on the flat side of the block, I've turned the design facing upward, of course, as you can see. And we're going to go in now and try these border areas to tamp some of that down right up next to the design itself. Now we go back to the back side of the piece again and do another repousse cycle of trying to stretch the material back out. And we're just focusing on some of the bigger design areas now, but right next to the, typically I'll go next to the edge of the figure to try to see if I can get it to, at the outline point, kind of start moving the metal out. And we'll flip it over again to the flat side and try to straighten our edges out of the panel. Just trying to accentuate this layering a little bit. And I'm kind of looking for places on the design itself that would benefit from a few well-placed hits. And this is really what I was looking for when I kind of envisioned this piece. So I think I'm going to just flatten this out and take a final look at it, and we may be at a good stopping point. So sometimes you get to the point where they just, the design itself, the piece, it starts to tell you we're through. I don't like overworking these things because even with the 24 gauge piece of copper, which that's the heaviest that I work in, there is a danger if you keep working a seam line or particular spots of tearing the metal. And I think this one has turned out well. It's pretty much what I was envisioning when I started sketching the piece and pre-planning it. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today, and we hope to see you again soon in another video.